All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So before we begin, I just want to let you know this is not going to be a long video. It's going to be a little bit of a quick video. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know that today's kind of like an important day. At least for me it is. I have to go, take my kids trick-or-treating or whatnot. So for those of you that celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween. I've already started my day a little early here. If you guys have been keeping up with the Fortnite and the Fortnite updates, you know that last week they implemented a rather significant update. And it's an update that was supposed to last a week, and then we were supposed to see what Fortnite was going to determine with it, whether they're going to keep it or whether they were just going to delete it. And that was the ability to redeploy your gliders. The only way you could do this is if you were 3 stories high or above, and then obviously you can redeploy it. According to Fortnite, it looks like, based on the data, and they even pretty much said that they know a lot of people don't like this feature, it looks like the redeployment of Fortnite Battle Royale gliders is going to stay in the game. I'm going to be completely honest. When I first saw this, about the idea, this being implemented into all the game modes all across the board in Fortnite Battle Royale, I liked it. I'm a fan of this feature, okay? But I think I was a fan of it when it was available on Soaring 50s. The more I've been playing this on regular solos or duos or squads, it just feels a little broken. It feels good in the sense that it does allow you to play the game a little bit quicker, but it feels broken because to me there's nothing nicer than having that choice when you're in a fight, right? Let's say you're in a build-off. Let's say the guy decides to build above you and he's probably a better builder than you. Now at this point you have 2 options. Either you pursue the build and continue the build battle and hope that you can outbuild him at the end, or 2, if the build is not that strong, the base is not that strong, and there's not so many pieces, you can go down and pickaxe it, and his build and yours will collapse. He'll take fall damage, and you'll probably end up winning the fight if everything goes well. Now, while you're doing this, in the back of your mind, there's always that thought, well, is this the right move, right? Because I could get picked off if I do this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. See, to me, these are the little things in Fortnite that really make the game special, that you take risks, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And honestly, by just leaving this in the game, I feel like it takes a big chunk of what Fortnite really is. For instance, what is the purpose of launch pads? Launch pads were probably one of the most beloved traps, because they are considered traps, I guess. They're like under the trap category. They were the most used items. Reason being because they helped you get out of sticky situations, or they allowed you to just run away and get further from one point to the next if you had to go there due to the storm or whatever it was. So with this still being in the game, what is even the point of launch pads? I just feel like there pretty much isn't a need for launch pads anymore, really. You could just build a couple of stories, 5, 6, 7 stories, and just launch pad. And if you do it on top of a hill, it's even better. So, it's just one of those things. Another thing that I have an issue with is the ability to build a ramp to the sky, build a sky bridge, and you see somebody hitting your sky ramp or your bridge or whatever it is. It does take a couple of seconds for that to obviously just destroy itself. You see, before this feature was available, if this happens, you're done. You're screwed. You wanted to clown around, you wanted to risk it all for the biscuit. If they destroy the ramp, you have nowhere to go. You are done. Okay, unless you can do a bounce pad and a floor like in 1 second, kind of like those pro PC players do, then fine, you can probably survive. It's most likely the majority of the people won't be able to do it, and well, you're screwed. You see, now you have this feature that is no longer a problem. That is no longer a threat. I have ran into a lot of people doing sky ramps and sky bridges literally just for shits and giggles, and then when I shoot it down, you just see them flying all the way, and then they just land on a hill nearby you, which obviously has leverage over you, and then you get into like a gunfight, and then you're obviously at a disadvantage, and etc, etc. Everything goes downhill from there. So in those certain occasions, I feel like the redeployment for the glider ability, it's probably something that we shouldn't have in Fortnite Battle Royale. I mean, Soaring 50s was amazing with it. I honestly think the only way to please both parties is if you were to put it into like a setting, whether players want to play with glider redeployment ability on or off. I think that would work. Is that ever going to happen? I don't think Fortnite's ever going to do that. I think they're fun. I think they're very fast paced, which is good. But the last week that I've been playing Fortnite, when I've played it, I've seen more issues with them than anything else. Again, that's just my opinion. I really am not going to sit here and bitch about it saying, oh my god, you got to take it off. Because some people like it, and it is what it is. It's just a video game. It is good in certain situations, but it is bad in certain situations as well. There's a good side and there's a bad side. What do you guys think? Is this the right move Fortnite Battle Royale. I feel like, again, and I'm sure everybody agrees, it simply feels like they're just getting rid of the core of what is gather materials and build, and whoever builds better and practices building more and masters it just has a better advantage. At the current state of Fortnite, it still matters, but nowhere near as much as it used to a couple of seasons ago. We finished our first week of glider redeploy being available in all the modes. During this time, we've been collecting internal data and monitoring constructive feedback from all of you. We understand that not all players agree with this change, but we would like to continue with this functionality in the game based on the positive results we've been seeing. Now, as this feature will remain available, we'll begin making quality of life changes to its functionality, first of which will be prioritizing glider audio over weapon audio within certain ranges. It begins on the next update patch. So that's pretty much what Fortnite had to say. The redeployable gliders are here to stay, so make sure you stay away from mountains, hilltops, and always keep your ears out, because there may be multiple people gliding your way without launch pads. Okay? Just saying. Let me know your thoughts, opinions. Is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea? I'm kind of on the fence about this, boys. Just being honest. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have an awesome Halloween. And just take a break for today. You know, it's okay. Take a break. Go eat some candy. I should probably practice what I preach, but I won't. Catch you later.